I'm Birdie Stevenson. This is my skill video number 3, and we're going to start with proper subcutaneous injection on a stuffed animal. This will be our patient for today. So the first step is to set up your syringe and needle, and if they come separately, you want to insert the hub of the needle into the tip of the syringe and press down and twist to make sure that there's a good lock, because this is a slip tip, not a lure lock. And then if you were going to set it aside for a bit, you would want to make sure that nothing touches a desk or a tabletop or anything like that, because it wouldn't be sterile anymore. But we're going to wiggle the cap off, and in order to pull up fluid from a bottle, you want to replace what you take out with air first. So we need 1 ml, so we'll drop 1 ml of air. And then we have our sterile water solution. So you put it in the bottle upside down and inject the air. And then when you've done that, you can take in the amount of solution that you need, and then take it off the bottle, set the bottle aside. And then you want to put the cap back on, like that. And if there's bubbles, you can flick it to make the bubbles rise to the top. There we go. And then we'll prepare our patient. So the best place to do these is in a place where a limb meets the body off the midline. So we're going to do it about here. And you want to do it with the midline, like that. So we would wiggle our cap off, make sure we're holding the syringe bevel up, this, and then we'll make a tent with the skin, like that. And you want to make sure that your needle doesn't go through the tent, and it doesn't go into the ground of the tent or out the top, that it just goes right in the middle. And then when you're ready to do it, you say poking, you insert your needle. And then if it was a real animal, there would not be blood or air, but we'll just pretend for this one. So you aspirate back, you say no blood, no air, and then injecting, you inject, and then you get all the stuff that you've got in there, and then you pull it out, and then make sure to put the cap back on the needle and dispose of it in the appropriate place when you're done. And then the next, we're going to do the same thing to draw up 1 ml of our liquid. So we're going to draw in 1 ml of air to trade the bottle for the liquid. We're gonna wiggle our cap off, gonna hold the bottle upside down, insert the needle, gonna put the air back into the bottle, and then draw out our 1 ml, and then take the bottle off, put it down, put the cap back on, and then if there's bubbles, you can flick it. Go. And then the only thing that I had that wouldn't allow air to aspirate back was a pudding cup. So that's what we're gonna be using. Basically, if we're pretending this is the hind leg of a patient, you would want to do it in the muscle that runs down the leg by the tail, and you would want to aim to the opposite hip. So we're gonna pretend the opposite hip is over here, just for the sake of letting the camera see better. You wanna take your cap off, and then carefully inject a 45-degree angle, so 90, 45, towards the opposite hip, like that. You see poking, and you poke, and then aspirating, and no air comes back. So no blood, no air, and then injecting, you push in your liquid, and then you're all good. and then your patient has got the medication that they needed. And you put the cap back on your syringe. And once again, you dispose of your needle and syringe in the appropriate location when you're done. Okay, thank you.